Hello everybody, this is kind of like my video response to TNA and Midway for pretty much politely telling me to fuck off. Uh, Before I get into that, I would like to thank Hulu.com because I'm trying to watch an SNL Digital short of people getting punched right before they eat, and this is what comes up. We're sorry this video is no longer available, but dig this. I don't know if you can read that too well. It's by Hulu.com. So, I mean, YouTube's being a little bitch. Thank you, Hulu, for actually letting me watch it. And I'm going to start going to Hulu to watch all my movie clips and show clips and all that shit. Now, like I was saying earlier, Midway, I emailed them telling them the control scheme. I've been getting a couple emails myself about it and a few replies from other videos and stuff that I've been commenting on. And they're curious as to what it is. I emailed Midway. They closed out my email thing saying pretty much it's just been closed. They're not going to respond to it. I emailed TNA to it, hoping that, they said on the first TNA game, hey, AJ Styles is going to be on this. Samoa Joe's going to be on this. They're heavy gamers. I was thinking, hey, maybe, they can use a little bit of input from, I don't know, somebody else who's been playing video games for a long time, and maybe these are ideas that they didn't have or have had and wanted to incorporate, yada yada. I would have just loved a regular answer. It's like, thank you for submitting these. No, they pretty much just told me if I'm not within TNA itself, fuck off. So, thank you, TNA, for doing that. And Midway. The other hand for Midway. So, thank you for listening to a fan. Especially a fan of wrestling video games. Something that doesn't even have an on-air product. Or, an on-televised product like that. They pretty much said, we don't accept storylines. Or if you're not working, if you're not working for us, fuck off. The control scheme that I'm talking about is you have up, down, left, right. Yeah, up, down, left, right, and Y. Those would be your light grapples. Because on TNA, Y is your grapple button. Up Y, down Y, left Y, right Y. Those would be your really light grapples. Arm drags, takedowns, shit like that. Now here's where it gets a little bit more, not really complicated, but a little bit more diverse, I guess. The strong modifier button. They are fucking not using it to its fullest capabilities. Okay, you press strong modifier button and Y. That'll start an initial grapple. I keep wanting to say hook up, but grapple. Let's say strong grapple Y by itself. Let's say it brings up X Division moves. Okay, this is just like SmackDown vs. Raw '07, how they had the different categories you could pick. You could pick powerful, I think karate, MMA, or something like that, lucha, etc. There would have to be at least 8 different initial grapples to be able to make this work. So you'd have your strong button, Y. Let's say that brought you up to X Division moves. From there, you can either press up Y, down Y, left Y, right Y, or Y by itself. So there's 5. Or you can hold down the strong modifier, up Y, down Y, left, right, Y, all that, or Y by itself. There's another 5. That's 10 per initiatives. 5 in all, 50 hard grapples. Not to mention the original 5 light grapples. And then you also have the exact same control scheme for the back grapples. 110 grapples in all. It sounds a little bit complicated, but believe me, after you start playing a little bit, you will pick up on it like nobody's business. The exact same thing with SmackDown vs. Raw '07, except instead of, I think it's Y by itself and up Y, or on theirs was B grapple, I believe. Up and grapple by itself did the exact same thing, so there's a missed opportunity in itself. Really, I mean, if they think about it, you can do a shitload of stuff with that strong modifier. If somebody's down on the ground, you can either press up Y, down Y, left, right, Y to do 5 different ones, or you can hold a strong grapple again and do those for another 5 sets of submission moves. I don't know if they just think that wrestling video game fans are dumb, which I already know the comments on that. Oh, they are because they like wrestling games, blah, blah. Nobody... Quit knocking people for liking wrestling games, alright? It's weird because you want to sit there and knock on people for liking wrestling games, yet you're one of the people that probably go out and mindlessly buy Madden 08 at Madden 09 because there's a very, very minuscule graphical update and there's a slight tweak in the controls. So, you know what? Fuck you too. But that's pretty much my control scheme, you know. It will bring 110 grapples, front and back. And then, a couple other things I would like to do too. Just like on No Mercy. This is something that pisses me off because why have really good things in a game, past games, but then take them out and incorporate new stupid shit, you know? Stick with what works, alright? Take shit from the past that works, incorporate it into the new shit. Look at No Mercy, man. You can do all kinds of cool shit in No Mercy. One thing that I really loved about it, you can actually pick people up on your shoulders. And then you can do like the Doomsday device. But think about it, with TNA and the X Division, you could do a whole hell of a lot more with that. Somebody could do a top rope, Hurricane Rana or Dragon Rana. Fucking do the person on their shoulders and flip them off there, that'd be cool. People need to look, the game developers need to look at TNA 2004, 2005. You know, back when they're a really small company, back before they got the big leverage that they have now. And look at those things, you know. Look at when somebody would be on the corner post, somebody would come by, and there'd be like a 4-person avalanche move. You know, really look back at past tapes and shit. Do your fucking homework on this. I've said this before, and I'll say it damn sure again. Myself, my friend, I'm not going to name his name, and my other friend, who I'm not going to name their name, we love fucking wrestling video games. And I guarantee you that if we had a development team, such as Midway, we could actually come up with a game that would blow SmackDown out of the water and would probably be hailed just as good as Here Comes the Pain, No Mercy, SmackDown 2, you know, the really good wrestling games. But for some fucking reason, I have no idea why it is. Maybe they're just too fucking proud. Maybe it's legal reasons, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking an idea, I think. Especially if the person gives permission to incorporate that into a game. And it pisses me off because we as video gamers, we as gamers, wrestling video game fans, and video game fans in general, need to quit with this mindlessly buying shit because it's there. It's bullshit, and it's not helping anything. If you really want to see improvements on a video game, don't buy the one that's coming out with minor improvements. It's not going to help anything because they're just going to say, hey, you know, we can keep doing this. We can put out bullshit, and people are going to eat that right the fuck up. We need to stop and just say, hey, you know what? Fuck you, corporations. Fuck you, Midway, THQ, all those. And say, we're going to hold out until we get what we want. We're the ones fucking lining your coats with fucking money. So you either give us what we want, or we're just not going to fucking buy your product anymore. I know it's fucking hard to do because, you know, people are always talking about, well, if you want a really good wrestling game, why don't you just play some of the other ones that were really good? Yeah, those were good, man, but you think I want to sit through the load times of Here Comes the Pain? Or fuck any of the really SmackDown 2? I remember when I had that game, I was playing it and everything. Even back then, I couldn't fucking stand the load times. Especially now that I'm fucking spoiled on really quick load times. Think I'm gonna like that shit? Hell no. You know, we want graphical updates, we want a better roster, we want a damn better fucking control scheme. I don't know, this is pretty much going on too long. This is almost fucking 10 minutes, goddamn. But that is pretty much it. You know, I'm sick and goddamn tired of companies overlooking a great control scheme. I'm not saying that mine's perfect, but goddamn it could work. And it just pisses me off. I'm going to try to apply this to a TNA video, which I doubt it will. They'll probably just look at this and say, oh my god, this is not within TNA's company, so we're not going to take this anything seriously. And I'm going to try to do it on a Midway. I don't know if Midway has a TNA or a YouTube account or not, but fuck it, I'm going to try it anyway. There's a business invisible. Look, I'm speaking in tongues. This has been Invisible Kid, and I am fading out.